Good bless everybody. Welcome to another episode of Daily Energy. I'm your host, Aurea Eden. The day's energy is about taking care of self. It's a good day for self-care, which means that you want to reflect on your wants, your needs, and your desires. This day asks us to bring and unite our internal and external selves together. And so this is uniting spirit with the physical body. And so we can't do that without reflecting, because if we try to do that without reflecting, then we'll find ourselves aimlessly going without a sense of direction, if even a sense of purpose. And so that's why this is the day that we are in the middle of the cycle that encourages us to find union, not just on a self scale, but on a world scale, because some people are purposed to do just that. Those who were born on today are purposed to find union, to unite sides, to be the peacemakers. But before you make peace in the world, you must first make peace within yourself. Because otherwise, without making peace in yourself, you will find yourself, like I said before, going without a sense of direction. And without that sense of direction, you will constantly change your mind as you get new ideas and new perspectives. And this allows others to be able to manipulate you and to change your mind. But when you reflect, you go within and you get to know your wants, desires, your needs. And it's more difficult for people to manipulate someone who knows who they are and what they're here to do. And so that's why reflection is key. Okay? Examine your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. Because sometimes it's not other people bothering you, but it's just that you're unclear and unsure about how you feel about a person, place, or thing. And when we can't stand the people, places, and things we do not understand. So oftentimes, lack of understanding leads to frustration. It leads to moodiness. It leads to intolerance. As we try to control that which we don't understand, because it's outside of our norm. So oftentimes when you see somebody trying to control the narrative of your life, it's because they fear what that means to them and for them. See, sometimes you changing will force other people to have to change, but they might rebel against that change because they don't want to. They don't want to change. They're not ready for change. This is significant when it comes down to relationships. That's why sometimes people are just out of season, or they move out of season, or they change season in regards to your life. You change and they're unwilling to change, or they're not ready to change. And so because you've changed so much, you can't stay back there. You got to move forward and move on. Regardless of where it is that they want to be, you have to consider where you are right now. And your purpose is not going to allow you to stay back and wait. It's not going to allow you to do it, because we're not in play season. And so this day, although it's supportive, it's also about creating your desired life, the life that you want to live, the life that you need to live for yourself. So this is the day of taking care, that says that if you feel insecure about something, find a way to feel more secure in it. So if you feel like you're not making enough money and you're insecure about where you stand on a social level, then it requires you to consider starting your own business or going to get some schooling and education to find a higher pay so that you can be qualified for a higher paying position. This day, just like yesterday in a sense, it requires you to solve problems, but the problems that you solve today are more self problems, because you may have an issue with yourself that God might not have an issue with. You hear me? You might have an issue with yourself that God might not have an issue with. And if you have an issue with your physical appearance, that is an example of the issue that you have with yourself that God don't have an issue with. God don't care nothing about what you look like. I promise you that. I know it to be a fact. God don't care about nothing about what you look like. Don't care if you're black, white, green, purple, Asian, Pacific Islander, native, black. It don't care. God do not care. He don't care about what you look like. He doesn't care about what you do with your physical, as long as it aligns with your spiritual. Let me explain. So I told you that in a biblical sense, because you know I started with the Bible, but I don't care what you believe. I'm just going to tell you where I started. And so in the biblical sense, it talks about how the one we call Jesus has something written on him, right? Or written on his thigh, I believe it is, which indicates that he has tattoos. So some people will make you feel like you're less in because you have something unique about your body. But what you must understand, your body is what you wear. It's not who you are. That's why God don't have a problem with what you look like. You have a problem with what you look like based on the judgments of others who can't accept themselves for them. And so they have to make you feel less than to make them feel better. I'm telling you this to say that you are beautiful and you are enough just the way you are. And your body is your temple. If you want to go and paint your temple, whatever color you want to paint your temple is your prerogative. It's your prerogative, because the word your has what? 4 letters, not 4 people. And the word you has what? 3 letters, not 3 people. So you know how they say the body is a temple. They are right. The body is a temple because it holds the spirit. The body is a garment. It's armor. You know when they say put on the whole armor of God, put on the full armor of God, the breastplate of righteousness. But see, this armor that they're talking about is more of an internal spiritual armor. Not only do you arm your flesh, you arm your spirit. And the way that you arm your spirit is by getting to know your spirit and what your spirit needs and what your spirit desires and what your spirit is purposed to do. And then you align that spirit with the flesh, and that's how you put on the whole armor of God. You don't put on the whole armor of God until you arm your flesh and arm your spirit. That means you align and you join your internal with your external, and all of this comes together, and now you're equipped, you're ready, because baby, you've been enough. But you align when you have these realizations. And that's the benefit of self-reflection. Self-reflection gets you to the point to where you're able to have these realizations. You have these aha moments when you sit in silence and there's no distractions around you. That's why it's beneficial today to spend time with yourself. Although the energy encourages you to be social, it's also social to the point of experience and social to the point of experiment, and not social to the point of commitment. And the reason why I say not social to the point of commitment today is because the energy is going to require you to be in movement. It's going to be require you to be flexible, not just with yourself, but flexible in your environment, flexible in your relationships. Now, when I say that, I'm not talking about go out here and cheating on your spouses. That's not the type of flexible. What I'm saying is today, if you're asked, let's go do this, let's go do that. And if it's not something that's going to benefit the two of you, like you going to spend a spa day with a friend, they go to their room, you go to your room. If it's not something that's going to cause you relax, like getting a massage, then that's something you don't want to do, because today is about the self. Because you want to know what you're going to do today, which is why you want to journal, you want to meditate, you want to cleanse, you want to ground, spend time in nature. Because tomorrow you're going to be required to take action. And so without reflection, and reflection helps you to understand where it is you're going. And so without reflection, what will you do? Aimlessly go without a sense of direction. Aimlessly go without a sense of direction. You know, it's taken me a long time to get to this point, because there's a process to progress. But before I started reflecting, I was aimlessly going without a sense of direction. This is what you do in the first phase of life. You're naive. So you're just going. You're not thinking about anything serious really in life. You're not thinking about getting a well-paying job. You're not thinking about buying a house typically. You're thinking about what you're going to no, you're not even thinking about that. You're thinking about spending time with friends and crushing on boys and girls and that type of thing. You're not thinking seriously. You're not even thinking about really focusing on education unless you've been taught to. And so going inside is what we need to do so that we can have that foundation. You see? Foundation. And that's how you merge those two, is through reflection. And while you're reflecting, I encourage you to be patient with yourself. There's going to be things. See, a lot of people don't want to spend time by themselves because they're afraid of themselves, or they're afraid of the idea of themselves. They're afraid of the self that other people have introduced them to, which was a false sense of self. So you're not afraid of you. You're afraid of what people have told you about you, which is likely not the truth if you're afraid of it. But when you get to know yourself, you're going to get to know the real you. And that's why spend time with yourself today. So also in today's energy, this is a day of policing and politics. And so with policing and politics, this is one of those days when I say be over the next 1 to 3 days, not just today, over the next 1 to 3 days, be at home at a decent hour, especially today and tomorrow. Do not stay in these streets, on these streets too late. Be alert, follow your gut. Spend time supporting yourself and being supported by spirit and creating. Because this energy is about growth and it's about creation. Do something nice for Mother Nature today. Recycle. You could even clean house if you need to, if that's what you need to do to make yourself feel more secure to the point to where you can focus and concentrate. Because some people will, because this energy is about being over on the go, if you don't do something to use this energy today and tomorrow, like work out tonight and tomorrow, you might have a difficult time sleeping. Because this energy is so active and it requires you to be active. And so that's what this day is asking you to do. Overall, it's asking you to find balance. It's asking you to listen, not just to other people, but to yourself, to your spirit. And get quiet enough so that you could hear those soft whispers in the ear. And I mean a literal whisper. And if you don't hear it today, that's okay, my friend. Keep listening. And I promise you, one day you will hear what needs to be heard. This day asks you to simplify. Okay, simplify. When you get overwhelmed, oftentimes it's because you're doing too much or you have too much in your environment. And a cluttered space makes a cluttered mind. Trust me, I know. This is a good day for education. Another way of taking care of yourself is getting qualified, getting the education that you need, learning something, learning about spirit. So this day is a day to train. And this could even be training your physical body. Working out is a way that you train. You could do weight training, relieve some stress. That's the whole point of this day, is to relax, relate, and release. And in order to get to relief, you must what? You must release. Okay, release. Let go. But be patient with yourself, as I mentioned before, because things are going to come up. And you might not like the you that you see in your quiet moments. But be patient with yourself and non-judgmental. And as you're patient and non-judgmental with yourself, over time you will begin to understand yourself better. And as you understand yourself better, you will begin to love yourself better. Okay? Acceptance. So accept you who you are. And be brave and be bold today. Do what you really want to do. All right? Do what you really want to do. This could be, taking care of yourself could be as simple as taking a bath rather than a shower. Some of us, we can't afford to go to a spa day. So if you can't afford to a spa day, then take a bath. And if you can't afford to take a bath, if you don't have a tub, go get you a bucket. You know? And I say go get you a bucket. You know, they have those little okay, all right. So everybody don't live in the country like me, but so you know, my tub don't come all the way to my neck. I like to be completely submerged in water, and if I was next to an ocean, I would go dive in it. Okay, but my tub don't go up so high. So I went to Tractor Supply and I got me one of them big tubs, and I go on days like that, on days like today, you know, which is the full moon. I would go outside, sit on my porch at nighttime, and I have that water full, and I sit out there and I have myself a makeshift hot tub. I just spend time out there. All right. So this is a good day for you just to relax, do what you need to do, go to speed limit, experience. Okay. Be consistent, but be constant. That's the same thing. Be consistent, but be constant. When I say be consistent in the realms of accepting responsibility and taking responsibility for yourself. Because I tell you, you cannot be selfless or selfish without first being self. So some people will make you feel bad for days like this when you want to spend time with yourself. But don't feel bad, because the people that are meant to be there, they're going to be there even when you get out of this time, spending time for yourself. They're going to be there. The people that value you, they're going to see your worth no matter what. Okay? Those that value you. Now, those that don't value, that's another situation. Okay? They're going to leave out. Those are the ones that's going to be out of season in your life anyways, because as you're growing, they're not contributing in any kind of way. Okay? So they're causing you more harm than good. So as far as the predictions today, I'm getting TI. Okay? TI. This could be IT, something technical. So this could be a need when it comes down to computers. This could be technology. But this is something like IT maybe. But TI, we'll hear something about TI over the next 1 to 3 days, or IT. All right. It. The other day, it came on TV. And I was like, absolutely not. Click. Because we don't do that. We don't feed ourselves fear. We have self-realized, okay? We self-analyze. We have evaluated ourselves enough to understand when you consume fear, you start to fear. So, and we know that God has not given us the spirit of fear, but the Lord has given us power. God has not given us the spirit of fear. No, but the Lord has given us power. So, so we ain't fearing up in here. So we don't ingest fear. Cause I noticed that trend. Have you ever noticed that trend? When you watch a lot of those scary movies, all of a sudden you scared of the things that you ain't never been scared of before in your life. So I ain't scared to watch them, but I know that it's a type of programming that the mind is a closet and you're going to get out of it what you put into it. So if I never see this wickedness, I'm never thinking to the point to where I'm going to meditate on this wickedness. You know what I'm talking about? If I never see a snake biting somebody and them screaming, I'm never going to think to be afraid of a dang on snake. Something that's so small and beneath me. But I heard my sister scream too many times behind a snake. Baby, let me tell you a story. So my sister, when we were younger, we went to Big T Bazaar in Dallas. Kid you not. And if you're from the Dallas area, y'all know that Big T Bazaar, they used to have a pet section in there. I don't know if they have that anymore because they used to have a pet store in there. And so my sister has been terrified of snakes ever since we was younger. And we lived in the country, and if my memory serves us correctly, a snake came up in the toilet on her. And so, anyways, so after that happened, she had just had a second child. We at Big T Bazaar. We just walking, we looking. She's holding the child in her arms, and then all of a sudden I see two pythons around these people's necks. And I just looked up, and so kindly, you know anything about this Aquarius, you know that we can be cool, calm, and collected sometimes, even when everybody else is frantic. And I looked at my sister and I said, Shantae, Shantae, whatever you do, don't look back. Oh, Lord. What did I say that like that? She said, What is a snake? What is a snake? What is a snake? Baby, she threw her daughter into somebody's arms. I don't know. Somehow this baby ended up in somebody else's arms. Let's just say that. She didn't know this person from Adam from me. She threw this baby in somebody's arm. Baby, she took out. It was like she was a football player in defense. She was knocking over people left to right trying to get out of there. Baby, don't you know, after that, they took that pet store out of Big T Bazaar. Baby, she shut it down. So it's because too much fear. Now, after I saw her do that several different times, after I saw her do that several different times, I find myself moving to this country, seeing this snake come out underneath this laundry room door, and I said, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. But I stood up on my chair and then I stood and I couldn't move after that because I didn't know where the snake was gonna go. It's one thing to see a snake, but it's another thing to see a snake in your house and gotta sleep in it at night, and you don't know where that thing is going. You don't know where it went to. So I took some washing powder. Because, you know, I'm a doomsday prepper in a sense. And so I had went and got a whole bunch of washing powder. Baby, I took all that washing powder, put all that washing powder on this floor, and I had just cleaned up. I told my neighbor, Mr. Joe, I was on the phone with him the whole time. I said, Mr. Joe. Any other time, Mr. Joe would come over here. And Mr. Joe wouldn't come over there. He was like, you gonna have to deal with this yourself. But baby, I put that washing powder on that floor. When that washing powder didn't work, because I wanted to use the washing powder to see where it was going. And when the washing powder didn't work, I went and got me some vinegar. And I threw that vinegar out everywhere. And when I threw that vinegar out, baby, that snake went out this house and the chicken ate it. Play with it if you want to. But vinegar works, okay? It gets rid of snakes and rats. Vinegar. Now the rats, you'll be better with some pure peppermint oil than the vinegar, but it does help to deter because they don't like strong smells. And the snake, it smells with its tongue, and so that's why the vinegar is caustic. So anyway, so yeah, let me get back into these predictions. And so we're gonna hear something about IT, and then we're gonna hear something about TI. Okay, you might even see it on TV, but if you, like I said, watch it if you want to. All right. So I'm getting news about Mike. Okay, somebody's name about Mike. Now, this is actually we're going to hear something coming in about Mike Tyson. Now, this might be Mike Tyson signing up for another fight. Okay? Because I am getting boxing, I am getting competition, and this is how I know this is Mike Tyson in the energy. They were like, if we're not, let us spell this clear for you. Mike, box, pigeon. All right. When they said pigeon, I was like, okay, this is Mike Tyson. Now what's going to come up about Mike Tyson, I don't know, but I'm hoping it's a fight. Okay. And the reason why I'm hoping it's a fight and not nothing else, because I'm not going to speak anything negative on him. Okay. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to claim that it's going to be Mike about to make some more money. All right. But you can interpret this energy as you will. But I'm not going to speak nothing on Mike or T.I. Do you hear what I'm saying? All right. But now somebody other than Mike Tyson, this energy is coming up. They may find themselves in some kind of speaking engagement, because I'm getting PA system, speakers, microphone, radio, communication, and code. Okay. So speaker. So maybe this is a Netflix show for Mike Tyson or T.I. All right. That's for them. But other Mikes and T.I.s and I.T.s that are not them. All right. there might just be a situation that if police are doing an investigation, they need to consider somebody by the name of Mike. All right? Because I am getting a lot of child energy today. And I'm seeing a child being tied up and have something to do with paraphernalia. You connect the dots. So if a child has gone missing, as I told you, I think I talked to you about that yesterday, that there will be children going missing and children being abducted. So you may hear the Amber Alert come out today. The police may be looking for someone by the name of Mike or Emmett. Mike or Emmett. Okay? Even Tim. Mike, Emmett, Tim. Mike, Emmett, Tim. This energy is highlighting those names. Mike, Emmett, Tim. All right? So they could be doing something to a child. Now, like I said, it's not Mike Tyson and it's not T.I. We are claiming that. All right? Another thing that I'm getting here is something about fraudulent check, fraudulent bills, receipts, deception, tricks, and cheating. And so somebody might try to swindle Mike, T.I., Tim, or Emmett out of some money. Or they could be the ones trying to swindle someone out of money or the thought of it. Not Mike Tyson, not T.I. All right. Y'all know I like me some T.I. All right. Because I love me some Tiny. All right. So T.I. and Tiny are off limits. So ain't nothing negative about T.I. and Tiny because they're doing some good things in this world. Okay. They're going to do some good things in this world. So T.I. and Tiny are off limits. All right. In today's energy. I claim it. All right. And so dogs barking. I'm hearing something coming in about a dog. So going back to when I was talking about this child that's being abducted, look for dogs. Okay. Dogs are always significant, I find, when it comes down to like these searching for children. These searches for children. Trustin', stop. Enough. Okay. And so I'm also not just picking up on child paraphernalia type of stuff. So police are going to be raiding some people today. And good. They deserve it. They deserve it. Anybody that will mess with a child, an innocent baby, you deserve everything that you get. And I mean that thing. You deserve a place in hell if you would injure a child on purpose. You deserve a place in hell. Okay, so, and I meant that thing. But I'm also getting something coming up. This is like juvenile energy. So I'm also getting stuff about mischievous children. All right, y'all remember Dennis the Menace? So today's got some Dennis the Menace type energy to it. So there's going to be some children doing stuff that they know they ain't got no business doing. Acting out. Mr. Wilson. Guess what my neighbor's name is? Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson. So some mischievous doing stuff they know they ain't got no business doing. And so I'm getting mischief maker, troublemaker, prankster. This type of energy is coming in today. So we'll hear something in the news over the next 1 or 3 days having something to do with the child. They could be doing a prank and that prank goes wrong. That prank goes bad. That prank could end up having them in the juvenile justice system. And I'm also getting demon and devil. The reason why some of these children are out here doing what they're doing is because of the influence that they're getting. And it's like, the enemy comes in and tries to influence and manipulate children because they're blank slates. They're blank slates. And so he will teach them his evil and wicked ways, or try to anyways, especially when these children feel abandoned and alone. So we're looking at abandonment, foster care system. We're going to hear more about that. And so if there is a child involved in a case today, there's somebody else involved. It's not just that child. There's somebody else manipulating that child. And to say things or to do things, to swindle, to cheat, deception. I'm also getting run, race, drive, career, jump, hurry, mischievous, and I gotta hurry because my phone is about to go dead again. Something coming in about monkeys, unpleasant person, Roman Catholic, producing discharge. So there's going to be gas, radiation, blast. Things are going to blow up and explode. Unfortunate. Discharge. People are going to be discharged, released. There's going to be shootings. There's going to be all kinds of things going on today. There's going to be collections agencies out and about. Let me see if I can plug my phone up. If I can find the cord. I can't find the cord. All right, so the energy is all over the place, but mainly take care of yourself. I'm seeing something about sports. There's going to be a tie in sports. When it comes down to sports, there's going to be a tie, okay? There's going to be a tie, and when it comes down to sports, that's going to hit the news over the next 1 to 3 days. This day governs music and art, and I'm getting something about opera, vets, veterinarians, animal doctors, horse doctors. I'm seeing here fights, battles, extraterrestrial contact, making contact, friendship, kinship, fight, battle, horns, jocket, wrestling, tumor. I'm picking up on something about a tumor. Things been done in secret and private, linking up, needing to fulfill yourself. There's going to be another meteor. I'm getting something about Italy, Italian. A rope. That's why I said it's not good when it comes down to children being in the energy, because I feel like children are going to be restrained. I'm getting restrictions, restraining orders coming in. Weddings, marrying, and joining over the next 1 to 3 days. I love y'all. Google one hearts go out. You get a heart, you get a heart, you get a heart. Hearts go out. And next time I'm gonna make sure I charge my phone. I love y'all. Bye.